Alrighty, we're just gonna start with those shoulder rolls. Hello, everyone. Make it a little more exaggerated, big circles, squeeze those shoulders, let that whole body move into it, step out so you can bend, round, lift, extend, bend, round, lift, and extend. Just 2 more like that. And then this time we're gonna come down, hands on those thighs, a little tuck of the hips and a little extension, just the cat-cow in your tailbone area. Drop the right shoulder in, look over the left. Left shoulder in, look over the right. Weights, or excuse me, shoulders out of your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down, and we'll just start with a step touch without weights. We're gonna add those in just a second. Start scooting your way to wherever your weights are. And let's go ahead and grab those. All right, arms are out to the side, nice straight arms. We're still doing that step touch. Index finger points, and you do the tiniest circles you possibly can forward and then back. And then forward again. And back again. One more time forward. And one more time back. And then hands on your hips, stepping, touching. Arms are going to come in front and face you. Knuckles, or excuse me, palms are facing you, upright row. Just do it every other time, otherwise it'll be too fast. Good, last 2 like this. Good, flip those arms so that your palms are up here. Roll those shoulders down and up. It's a little shoulder shrug. Opening up that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades. And then mosey your way to set those down again. Come back to your step touch, and we're going to pick up the pace a little. We're going to take 2 to the left in 4, 3, 2 left. You're going to add a little knee lift at the end. Good girl, come back. Been missing you. One more time to the right, and stay here with that knee lift. Up and over you go. In a moment, we're going to stay on the left and double time in 4, 3, left only. Last one, step touch. Mosey your way to where your weights are. Good. Step touch only, arms up, palms face me this time. Squeeze back, squeeze back, squeeze back. Keep that step touch going, hands on your hips. Arms out front, thumbs to the front, lift. Again, not every step, just every other step, please. Thumbs up. Working those anterior deltoids, fronts of your shoulders. Ah, we have a new guest of honor today. Last 2. Last one, hands on your hips, mosey your way over, set those weights down one more time. Okay. And then we'll step touch, and again, we're gonna do it a little more jauntily. We're gonna take 2 to the right in 4, 3, here we go. When you're ready, add that knee lift. It's actually more entertaining than I am today. I feel like I should move the screen. This time, stay here, knees only. In a moment, we're gonna stay on the right and double time. 4, 3, here you go. And step touch only, just nice and easy. Start slowing it down a little bit. Just easy cruisy step touch. Come on. And then hands on your hips, point, roll that shoulder out of your ear, big arm, both arms, big arms, both arms, bend those knees, hands on your thighs, little cat, little cow, drop your left shoulder in, look over your right. Right shoulder drops, look over your left. And just alternate for me. Start moseying your way up. And then last big deep breath in. Let's get right to it. Ball is between your thighs for now. Go ahead and have both weights. You may only end up using one. You may need your chair for balance. We'll work it out. All right, so shoulders up, back, and down, abs in, long tailbone, simple heel raise, and then we're just gonna pour something out of those dumbbells. Pour the humidity and heat out. So as you come up, your elbows go a little higher, your pinkies go toward the top, your thumbs come down. So we're gonna add two things. We're gonna come up very slowly, pause, drop the heels, get a little bit of bone stimulation, drop the heels. Up, hold, drop the heels. Up and hold, drop the heels. Just a couple more like this. Last time up, see if you can hold and drop. All right, keep those that ball where it is. You're gonna go ahead and face your chair. You can set those weights down for now. Bring your feet into parallel, really close together. So really squish on that ball. Toes up again, and this time our knees are gonna come forward as we bend and straighten up and squeeze the ball the whole time. As you drop down, you're trying to lengthen out that tailbone, not stick it out behind you. This time when you come to the bottom, give the ball 2 squeezes and then up. Down, 2 quick squeezes and up. You're squeezing the ball the whole time. Just giving it a little extra love on that way down. Last 2. And last 1. Hold it down, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze. Can you sit a little deeper, squeeze, squeeze, and bring it up. Set that ball in the chair, step back with your right leg, lunge forward onto your left, little calf stretch. Make sure your booty isn't sticking out, it's with you. And then bend that right knee. Up on your tippy toes you go, toe in, heel out. Bend it. And then toe out, heel in, lunge it. Bend it, bring it up. Left leg back, lengthen out that through that calf, bend it, bring it up, turn those toes, let's go out, sorry, heel in, lunge, bend, and one more time, roll up, toes in, heel out, and bend. All right, you'll probably need your chair facing you as we move on. You may not, depends on how high your chair is. I'll probably need it this way, sorry. All right, that ball is gonna go behind your right hamstring. We're gonna slide that chair ahead so that we can find a lengthened out spine from head to hip. It might be here, might be here, you might go all the way out, right? We're just gonna press the heel to the sky, press the heel to the sky. If you lengthen out, go ahead and grab a weight. If it's still close by, you can grab it in a moment. Pressing up, pressing up, pressing up. You can stick with this if you need that stability. If you want, grab that weight in your right hand, shoulder extension, or shoulder retraction as you press up. Then adding on, we're going to press up, squeeze, and extend. Press up, squeeze, and extend. Press up, squeeze, and extend. That left knee has a little bend in it. Tailbone is long. So shoulder work as well as a little tricep. Last two. Last one, right at the top. Pulse and pulse and pulse. And relax. Woo. Hopefully both your left hip and your right felt all that. So right ankle crosses your left thigh, send that tailbone back, extend that spine, roll it under, and extend it out again. And then that right foot on the ground, left ankle crosses, send that tailbone out, and roll it under. And extend, and bring that up. We're going to do all that on the left side. You can either keep your chair where it is, do what you need to do. I think you guys are good, so I'm going to just stay here, right knee bends, and I can figure out how far away I want that chair. Weight in that left hand, I'm just pressing that left heel to the sky at this point. When you're ready, add that shoulder lift. Keep that good squeeze on the ball. Right knee stays bent. And then we add lift up, bend it, squeeze the ball, extend the arm. Lift, squeeze, bend and extend. Lift, squeeze, bend and extend. Keep that going for me. Two more. And break that down. Definitely down there. All right, left ankle crosses the right thigh this time. Tailbone goes long. Rounded under. One more time on that leg. Beautiful. Switch it up, right over left. Extend. And round. And extend. Okay. Back to having that ball under behind your right leg. We're going to get that left knee bent, right knee slightly behind it, weight in your right hand. So the leg is just going to lift to the side. Don't go so high that you tip, right? So try and keep your hips nice and square. And then you can add that lateral lift, or for a little different challenge, add it to the opposite arm and see if that helps you keep your hips a little more in alignment. This time, lift the arm and the leg, give it a squeeze, and then come down. Lift, squeeze, hold, and down. Lift, squeeze, hold, and down. Lift, squeeze, hold, and down. Last time, hold it, give it a little pulse and squeeze, and relax. Everything goes into that chair again. Just cross that right ankle over the left, shoot the hips to the right, arms go left. And back through center. Ball goes behind that left leg. You can choose to have the weight in your left arm, or for that counter, you can have it in your right arm. Both flare to the side. Try to keep your hips square, facing right ahead. Adding on, lift the legs, squeeze and hold. Lift the legs, squeeze the ball, hold. Lift and squeeze and hold. Thank you. Have rotating cats today. Good. All right, last time, hold it up. Give me a pulse and a squeeze, pulse and squeeze. And relax. Everything rests in your chair. Left ankle over the right, arms to the right, left, right, hips to the left. Sorry, someone was distracting me. All right, grab that ball again. This time right there between your thighs again. Actually, we're gonna do without it this time, but both weights you will need. That was yoga speak. So nice wide stance, toes turned out, abs in, tailbone long. Let's sit into a beautiful deep plie. Lift your heels, come up, down, lift the heels and come up. Right now, those weights are just right, nice and close to you. You don't want to do the heel lift, you don't have to. When you're ready, when you come down, you just serve that platter and then back here. Serve your platter and back here. When you serve that platter, try not to let those shoulders roll forward, right? Couple more here. This time we're going to stay down, abs in, tailbone long, serve your platter, get that arm all the way straight, both arms at the end. Nice and straight. Think about not quite locking out the elbows, but really straightening them. Two more like this. Then we stay down and we straighten, 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 straight, straight, nice. Bring that up. All right, let's take a big stretch with that left arm, lift it up, flex through the palm, and let it rotate open, but keep your hip facing forward or even twist it a little the other way. Drop that, right arm up, open, rotate the hip forward as the arm reaches back. And shake that out. All right, beautiful. We're going with that ball between our thighs. Again. Knees are bent. We're going to come down into a little crouchy position. Do your best to have that tailbone long, not rounded here, but give yourself enough support by putting the weight into your heels so that as your pinkies are facing the ceiling, 4, rear deltoid lifts like this, 4 with the palms facing, head in line with your spine, 4 with the thumbs up, 3 with the pinkies up, 3 palms face each other, 3 thumbs up, 4, bring it up. Woo! Roll those shoulders out. You can park that ball in those weights again. Big deep breath in. Squeeze those shoulders back and down. Push those elbows back. Push the palms back. And then drop that out. Swing them. Drop your left shoulder or left arm low. Grab it. Put it down. Give a nice stretch through here. Drop it other way. Drop it. Pull it across. And then a couple little shoulder massages with your chin slightly tucked. Woo, lots going on here. All right. We're going to sit in that chair I'll be facing you. You can use that ball to help you have beautiful posture. So I'm going to sit down, then I'm going to roll the ball up so it's at my low back. All right. Shoulders up, back, and down, elbows by your sides. Extend them back, and you're going to have to lift them up just a little bit. Press back, tricep action, not a big deal. Just keep that chest open just as a reminder. 2 more. Good. Now, if it's okay with you, bring both weights into your right arm. Get a couple triceps. Beautiful. Rest. Take your left foot, flex through that leg, lift that leg up until you feel that quad. And then we add a lift, a bend and lift with both. Bend and extend, sorry. Sitting tall through your spine. So you're on the fronts of those sit bones. If you don't like 2 weights in that right hand, switch it up. Two more. And relax. You can set the weights down, move your hips over so your left leg comes off now. Drop it. Feel that long stretch down the front of the thigh. Keep thinking about pushing the knee back. You can tuck your toes or have them on the ground. Arm up, lengthen back, and a little over. All right, back we go. Find that beautiful posture. 1 weight in each hand. Elbows lifted a little bit. Press back. Think about being the front of that bow on the boat, the ship, sorry, this bow strip. If you want to do both in your left hand, feel free. And then when you're ready, that right leg is straight. Get it up. Both bend, both straighten. Quad and tricep. Two more. And there we go. You can set those weights down, shift your weight over so that right hip can drop off. Knee comes back, drop into it, right arm up and over. Beautiful. All right, you're coming off of that chair now. We're gonna not need the chair anymore. We're gonna be heading down to the ground. And the first thing we're gonna do is get a nice little stretch for that chest to remind us how to keep it nice and open. So bring your weights on either side. We're gonna take that ball in between your shoulder blades, so you're slightly lifted. And you're just gonna slide those arms out. Your head is, or your neck is gonna have to work a little bit to hold you in place. I mean, some of you can drop your neck back if you really want to. I don't love that. Just feel a stretch across your chest. If the neck is too much, then ignore the weights. Support your head, but try and get the elbows on the ground. So I'm tucking my chin. At the same time, I'm squeezing those elbows towards the ground. So I'm getting that thoracic lift in my rib cage area and also that lengthening in the back of the neck. All right, from there, let's grab a single weight, put it behind your head with elbows as wide as you can get them. Take a deep breath in. Try not to press on your head, your skull, please. Exhale, allow the head to drop back. Chin is tucked. Inhale here. Exhale, lift by pushing the ribs into the ball. Up and over you go. Exhale, press into the ball. Option, when you come up, you could extend that weight over your head, or you can support on the way up and extend it when you go down. And of course, you could just leave it extended the whole time for a little bonus love. If you choose to do that, you may want to crisscross at the wrist and cradle your head so it's not so much tension on the neck. So I'm still holding the dumbbell with both hands. I just crossed the wrist. 2 more. And let's relax all the way off of that ball, please. Ball comes onto either your rib cage or your abs, wherever you think you can hold it. As we go into our toe touch, hold it by sinking, not by holding your hands there. And then we find tabletop, arms out. You can even roll them under your weights if you wanted. Deep breath in, exhale, belly button staples to your spine. One leg at a time can move away. It could be a heel flex. You can squeeze both legs at the same time. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of options. You can make it a double leg heel flex. You could pivot your knees open and go to a wide angle toe touch. And the last thing you could do is make a long lever with a single leg or a double leg. And then hug that in, squeeze the ball, put your feet on the ground, lift the hips so the ball comes right underneath your tailbone. And then lie back down and stack those knees tabletop again, only your knees won't be out here. They'll be a little tucked in so that you're still in those 90-degree angles. So now, first option is to just toe touch with your hands supporting you, right? But don't touch your toe to the ground or you'd be in extension. The big challenge is, could you lift your hands off the ground? And once you've done that, then you can try single or double leg toe touch. You can do any of those previous versions. You might go long leg, single or double. Got a lot to choose from. This time you're going to lift up. Woo, pull that ball out from under you. We're going to do our last little bit of glute work here by putting both feet on the ball. A couple versions of bridge here. Try and roll your heels behind the ball, toes a little bit ahead. Lift up, find your balance. See if you could lift an arm or arms off the ground. If you can do that, could you lift and lower? Make it a small range of motion. It's more about lifting than lowering. And relax. All right, you are welcome to stick with that option. We're going to go to single leg options, which of course means we have 2 more rounds. So feel free to stay there, or left foot is on the ball, but look where I'm going to push it ahead and I'm going to drop the heel down. My heel's not on the ground, but it's pretty darn close. Well, I have giant feet though too. Lift up. That's option 1. You could do anything you wanted, hands off the ground, roll in, out, lift up, down. But the big jump is to lift that right foot off the ground. And then once that happens, again, you can lift lower, you could roll in, out. You could take that leg and lift lower that leg. You could do some combination of those things, or you can just hold however you want. You could hold and draw circles if you wanted. And come down. Woo! We will stretch those hammies in 1 second. Let's put that right foot on the ball. Again, I'm going to roll the ball ahead of me so my foot is in front of my knee. I'm going to lift up with no hands. I could choose to stay here, up and down, in and out. But the big leap is to lift that left leg up. And you'll notice that I put my hands back down, right? It can be up here, it can be tabletop. That was the male. Rolling in and out, up and down, leg can go up and down. You choose your favorite combination or no movement, whatever you want to do. And relax. As promised, quick little bit of love for the hamstrings. So little rock side to side with knees pulling in, hands behind your hamstrings, left foot on the ground, pull that right knee in a little closer to your chest. bring it towards center, straighten that leg up, flex and point, and bring that down a little bit wider. Left knee comes in, give it a hug, let it rock in and out. Extend it up if you like, flex point, and then everything comes to center. Hopefully you can still get your ball. All right, ball goes on your belly button and it gets crushed by your thighs and your ribs. So that's how close everything stays as you try to roll up without losing the ball. And then once you get to the top, you'll check your balance and hold for a moment. So that helps you remember that the ribs and the thighs are supposed to stay the same distance apart throughout rolling like a ball. And next time you come up, you get to stay. We're going to come up on that ball for a good spine stretch. So walk your feet out. Remember that you want to push forward so your tailbone goes backwards. So the ball kind of gives you a little bit of a wedge here. And then as we sit tall, we hinge forward. We might press down to hinge. You can start to slide those heels out. Maybe you fall forward on the ball. Again, I don't slump. That ball is helping me get a little wedge shape, not a wedgie. So I get that hinge. And then go ahead, come off of that. Let's get just a little bit of planky work here. So rolling onto your side, as always, we want to protect this shoulder. So the shoulder comes back, press it away from you, and then engage those lats. And then your choice of your favorite side plank. Once you're up there, put the ball where it barely touches you, give it a little squeeze, little squeeze. Take a break. Remember, that's always going to be your option if balancing doesn't work for you. If you want to do the balance, I'm going to put my bottom foot on first, my ankle, leave a lot of space for the top arch, and then up you go into your side plank with legs straight. And as you're ready, come on over to the other side, please. Remember, we want to protect the shoulder, so we're going to push it back, press it away, lift up out of it, choose your favorite side plank, ball just barely touches, and you press in and up. Remember, it's like a little pet, right? You don't want to squish your pet. You are welcome to take a break or keep going. You know what's coming next, the balance. And if that's in your wheelhouse, there you go. If not, just keep going or take a break and then come right back to where you were just a second ago. And as you come down out of that, you're going to roll over onto your abs. That ball is going to be off of the mat. Lift one leg, stretch it long, bring it down. Other leg long, bring it down. Lift the kneecaps, point the toes. Toes stay on the ground. Ball is right underneath your hands. Deep breath in. Exhale, press down on the ball. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders back. And then go forward on the exhale. You can make that one fluid movement. Press down and squeeze up, hold for a second and back down. Really think about the shoulder blades more than that low back. We are getting extension in that low back, but we're working that upper back area too. Be conscientious about keeping your head in line, shoulders as much as possible out of your ears. That's why we want to squeeze them back and down. And we're going to relax by putting that ball back on our heels for our shell stretch. And then we get to do a forward plank. So ball is going to come to the middle of your mat. And as always, we're on our forearms, hands apart, shoulders out of your ears, so lift that chest. Option to just do pre-plank, so I'm just going to move off that ball, right? I might tap it a little bit. I could roll onto the fronts of my thighs, same thing, I could give it a little tap. Or you can tuck your toes, and then rather than a tap, you could roll it forward and back without creating a flat tire. While you are finishing that, I'm gonna do the balance. And then again, this can be an option, or you can stick with what you have. I'm gonna put that ball a little bit toward my ankles, not all the way down at my toes, shoulders back and down to protect and lift up in your plank. Option to drop your head, pull your belly button in, and roll up into a pike. And if you choose to do that, it's not just about piking your hips up. It's about pulling those abs in to get there. So whichever you've chosen, I'm going to give you a little extra moment here. And then eventually I'll meet you on your back with both weights on your ankles to give you a stretch, to start a stretch. Whenever you are ready. And then we'll take both weights. We're going to bring them right out to the side, measure where your arms would be in a T position, and then just slip your hands out from under. Keep your right knee in, put that ball behind it, and grab the ball to pull in and over to the right. Keep thinking about pulling the ball in and over to the right, and then flex and point through that foot. Little in and out. Come on back through center, circle out that ankle, and then you're going to hug that in. If you need to hold on to the ball with your left hand, do so. Otherwise, grab your toes with your right hand and then play with your toes for a moment. Then you're going to let go, extend that leg. If you're still holding, you'll push pull. Otherwise, hand to the ankle. And then to center, we're going to slide that left leg out on the ground. We're going to take that right leg, bring the ball behind it, flex through the heel, bend your elbows in, and then push as hard as you can with that thigh against the ball. Point your toe, bring it in, maybe it came closer, flex through the heel, push against the ball. And then a little closer as you point, we'll move the ball out of the way and lower that leg and see if, wow, my right side feels a lot more open. We're going to bend both knees again. We'll go back to the figure four in a moment. Ball behind that left knee. We're going to pull that in and over to the left. We're going to flex and point and circle that ankle. And then as we come to center, we'll use the right hand to hold the ball. Left hand pulls those toes back. Movement through there. And then we straighten. You can either continue that or move your hand, get a little more flexibility. And then as that comes to center, the right leg straightens. I'm going to bring that ball behind the hamstring, bring it a little closer by bending the elbows, flex through the heel and push against the ball. I'm going to let that come a little closer. I'm going to flex and press. One more time, a little closer. Flex, press, and then let the ball go. Lower the leg. Hopefully all of that feels more open now. You can probably ignore the ball for the rest of the time. Bend that left knee, cross the right ankle over it, press open in a figure four. Grab your left hamstring, hug it in, press that right knee open, rocking if you'd like. And then that right knee comes all the way over, knees come up and over. If you want, grab each ankle, pull them apart. As your knees drop to the left, they can all go all the way down, or you could let them rest on that ball so they don't have to twist quite as far. And finally, slide your hands under those weights that we put there for this reason. Gently mosey back through center, right foot on the ground, left ankle crosses, remember where everything is. Maybe that ball is coming in front of you, thread your needle. Little movement, side to side would feel good. And then left knee over right, arms out in a T, knees can drop to the right. Again, you have the option of letting them rest on that ball or not. And then we'll roll onto that right side, make your way onto your hands and knees. Hey, girlfriend. All right, hands out front, cow cat. And then stack it up, tuck your toes, lift it up, press it out. And then wide stance, we're gonna walk back, hands on our thighs, cat and cow. Big deep breath in, curtsies. Thank you guys.